call this meeting to order and ask if you would take the roll, please.
Yes, Mayor Bemrick.
Here.
Council members Flattery, Halter,
Here.
Conrad,
Here.
Schur,
Here.
Allstott,
Here.
Minky, Hill.
If you would please stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At the beginning of our council meetings, we like to read our character count statement. Fort Dodge is a national leader in character counts, endeavoring at all times to promote and model the principles of trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, fairness, caring, and citizenship. In conducting tonight's meeting, we expect that all participants will act in a respectful manner consistent with these principles. Take a motion to approve the agenda, please.
So move.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Show that passed unanimous with Mr. Flattery absent. Good news? Anyone have any good news? With all the snow we've been getting, it's kind of hard to have good news. But maybe it's over. So, all right, we'll move right into item 3, which is a public hearing.
Public hearing to consider the disposal of 1512 8th Avenue South in Webster County, Iowa.
18th Avenue South.
Yeah, 18 Ave. Yes, correct.
We'll declare the hearing open and ask first for written comment.
There were no written
Is
comments.
there any comments from the public this evening on this item? Hearing none, we'll close the hearing and move to item 3A, please.
Resolution approving disposition of 1512 18th Avenue South.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to approve the resolution.
It's been moved and seconded. Again, I'll ask, is there any questions from the public? Anything from the table? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Show that passed unanimous with Mr. Flattery absent. Item 4 is committee and department reports, correspondence. First up will be IPRA Community Service Award, and I think Ryan Mail and Mr. Johnson will be coming to the podium.
Well, Mr. Mayor, council members, thank you very much for this opportunity to talk about one of our award winners from our Iowa Park and Recreation Association. I won't talk too long because Art really would like to get up to the podium. I told him to keep it under probably 30, 40 minutes. At our conference, he got a little long-winded. So if it seems like we're up here about every year for our IPRA award, we have been for the last 6 years. We've won 10 awards in the last 6 years. It makes it pretty easy to win the awards when we have such good people and groups and organizations to put up for the awards. These awards are statewide, so we are going against small, large, medium-sized communities all the time. There's a small panel that votes on it, and again, lucky enough, we've been, it's nice, one, to put up our groups, our people for these, but it's even better to be able to take them to our spring conference, show off the great things that we have in Fort Dodge. This year, we put Art up for the Claude Ahrens Community Service Award, which is given annually to a layperson outside of the parks and recreation profession who has provided support and contributed to the strengthening of programs within his community. That's Art to a T. One thing you'll find when you hear each year all the recipients of the Claude Ahrens, typically their speeches consist of 2 words, thank you, and that is about it. These are the people that are behind the scenes. They don't like the glory, and instances like this is not where he's comfortable. But what he is comfortable with is taking care of all the kids that have been through Patterson Field, which I'm sure many, many are, and he continues to do that. Actually being pretty open-minded when we come to him and say, hey, our program's getting so big it doesn't fit at Harlan. Can we try this? And a lot of people, when you do that, they go, no. That's not what we've always done. And Art goes, we can probably do that. He listens, he works with us, and we've brought last year our 5th, 6th grade baseball program out there, and this year we're looking at expanding a little bit more. That's a nice pat on the back for Erin. She's taken over our programming, and I believe last year we were at 774, is that correct? 746. We have 746 kids participating in our pre-K through 6th grade softball, t-ball, baseball programs. That's the largest by far, and because of that, The fields at Harlan just aren't enough, and we had to expand a little bit, and it's helping with our, we'll take the free publicity of our free Teener program that's been running out at Patterson forever. And again, it's one here, but we've instituted with Fifth, Sixth out there to kind of help with that transition and know how beautiful a complex that is. So we're so happy to present this to Art, and there is a contract once we give this to him that he's got to sign on for a lot longer too, and keep doing it. So when you, yep, once we shake, that's guaranteed then, sir. So thank you.
Thanks.
This is all yours. I'll start the timer now.
There you go. Thank you. No, I want to thank, it's fun working with Ryan and Aaron there, really is. Been fun. Fun working with the kids.
Well, thank you
Thanks.
for all your support.
Thank you.
Thank you, Art. I have one board appointment. Meg Beachy has agreed to serve another term on the Historic Preservation Commission. I'd like to recommend her.
Mr. Mayor, I would make a motion to reappoint Meg Beachy to the Historic Preservation Commission.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Under item 4, I think, Mr. Hill, you had a department request?
Yes, I'd like to have Mr. Daniels step to the podium and give us an update on the meter change out.
Good evening. Brett Daniel, Operations Manager with the City of Fort Dodge. We're currently in between 7,500 and 8,000 meters, so they're right on pace. They're really doing a lot of good things. There's some bumps in the road here with some valves. It's been the biggest issue, but overall, it's going really, really, really well. So,
How many projects we have left to do?
just over 2,000, I believe. I believe we got to get to about the 10-2 mark. So there's going to be a little bit of cleanup at the end. We are having another meeting scheduled at the end of April. We're going to do another training session and then probably come up with a plan to clean up some of the odds and ends, some of the oddball stuff that pops up throughout the course of the project.
Okay, thank you, Brett.
No problem. Thanks.
Thank you, Brett. Okay, anything else under department reports? Okay, moving on to item 5, comments and questions from the public. Is there any comments or questions not on the agenda?
So I'm Chris Patrick, Main Street Fort Dodge Director, and I just am going to take this opportunity to remind everybody about our Better Block on Wednesday. So I know most of the council has received numerous emails from me, so I want to thank you for your patience. And I'm going to pass these out in the public. We're really excited that Jason Roberts will be here on Wednesday. He'll be here for a meet and greet with building owners, stakeholders, and the council and the supervisors at 4:30, and we'll be at the Heartland Conference Room on the main floor. Then we're going to have a presentation and then go to 1100 Central Avenue and do our build. We're excited. We're going to do a pop-up patio, and then we're going to have a party. So I hope you're all able to come, including the public. That's what's going to make this so special. And then we will be back together at the Growth Alliance on Thursday morning, the 12th. 8 o'clock is students. 9 o'clock is college students and young professionals. And then we're hoping to get a large group of people from the community to look over the ideas that our young professionals and our youth have come up with and decide which are really feasible in our district. So again, I invite you to join Main Street Fort Dodge Wednesday at 5 o'clock, and then again on Thursday morning. Thank you.
Perfect. Thanks, Chris. Any other comments or questions from the public on the agenda or consent agenda? Okay, we'll move to item 6, the consent agenda.
Mr. Mayor, I would move the consent agenda, removing item N for separate vote.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the consent agenda, removing N. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Show that passed unanimous with Mr. Flattery absent. Item N, please.
Resolution approving the submittal of grant application for Region 5 Surface Transportation Block Grant Program funds for the Northwest River District Corridor Improvements Phase 1 project.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to move consent agenda item N.
Second.
Mr. Mayor, I asked Chad to talk about this because I'm really excited about what we're going to do in the northwest part of town. And I'm very happy that the council decided to do this project.
Chad Schaefer, Director of Engineering and Business Affairs. So what we're asking tonight is for the council to approve a resolution of support for a grant application that will go to Midas for for a transportation project. The one that we're submitting on would be in the Northwest River District. It'd be Hawkeye Avenue and 3rd Avenue Northwest. So starting at the Hawkeye Bridge, going up the hill on Hawkeye Avenue, and then going west on 3rd Avenue Northwest. The grant application is for $1.9 million, and that is through federal transportation dollars. And then we're looking to match that. If we get that grant, then we would match that with local option sales tax dollars. And what's programmed right now is about $1.5 million, so we'd have about a $3.4 million total project there to do that street reconstruction. And this also involves safety improvements for the intersection of 3rd Avenue Northwest and 5th Street Northwest as well. So just a multitude of different opportunities there to dress up that portion of the community, make that intersection a little safer, and do it with federal dollars coming back to the community.
I think one of the reasons why we chose that, because it's the last gateway that we have that needs to be worked on. So that's why I'm really happy about that. Plus also it helps out the river district too, along the river, because we want to clean that up, so it works both ways. So I'm really happy with this project.
Yeah, it's our first opportunity for a major project in that area after going through the planning work that we did a couple years ago for the Northwest River District. So excited about that opportunity to put some money into that neighborhood.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. All right, all those in favor of item N, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Show that passed unanimous with Mr. Flattery absent. Next item on the agenda is item 7, ordinances and amendments. Item 7A, please.
Third consideration of ordinance number 2282 for adoption of the 2015 International Property Maintenance Code.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to approve the third consideration of ordinance number 2282.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Comments from the public? Anything from the table?
I was wondering if there was any concern that allowing junk day would violate any of the ordinances that are already in existence, but also those that we are voting on this evening, specifically item 302.10, or excuse me, 302.9, which is exterior display or storage of certain materials, and also section 202 that includes the definition of household furniture.
I got a copy of that email that Jeff sent out. Talked to David. We looked at the collection ordinance, and we haven't updated it since we put the containers. We still have the 4-bag limit out there. So we decided that we would just amend the ordinance, and when we prepare the amendment, we'll include their language that allows for any special refuge collection days established by the city. So I think rather than do something now and then amend the ordinance, we should do it all at once. That was my suggestion anyway.
So if we adopt this, or
This has nothing, no, this is fine.
okay. Other comments or questions? All right, all those in favor of the third consideration, please say aye.
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 Opposed? Show that passed unanimous. Mr. Flattery absent. Item 8 is comments and questions from the public. Is there anything additional this evening? Hearing none, I'd take a motion to adjourn. Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 This meeting's adjourned. Thank you.
Not going to be a pain.